When I first saw Mike Shreve's video about the commodity mindset versus being a full-time freelancer, it was like a huge light bulb went off because I knew I was exactly in that position.
Hey guys, this is Dee Ivins on behalf of Mike Shreve and the No Pants Project, and I am here today with Kip Piper, who is also a freelance student in the No Pants Project. And Kip is taking some time out of her day-to-day to tell us a little bit about her freelance journey, her successes, her challenges, and how being a part of the No Pants Project has helped her kind of get through all that. So Kip, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Dee, for inviting me.
We are so excited to have you on the show. And I just want to start by maybe tell me a little bit about yourself. What is your superpower?
Well, I have been working with the internet since 1993. Yes, 1993, over 25 years. And over that time, I've developed a whole bunch of experience. So my superpower is I help business owners and entrepreneurs gain more freedom and start enjoying their business again by solving the puzzle of online marketing. Because I believe with today's technology, you should be able to love your work and have a life outside your business.
I agree completely. Yeah, that is so foundational, just making sure that you have time outside your business to enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. So since you've been freelancing, how are you enjoying it so far? How are you enjoying kind of having your own business and your own schedule?
Well, like I said, I've been doing it since 1993 and I love it. I've worked in both government and corporate arenas, and I would not by choice go back. So being my own boss and being able to structure my own schedule and choose my clients, that's a huge one. It's a life for me.
Right. No, I know. And I know that we were talking because we've tried to schedule this a couple of times, and this is just kind of funny, but we were talking about like there was one day where it was like no makeup day, and we're like, no, we're not going to schedule on a no makeup day.
That's right. That's right.
So even just having the choice of like when you're going to wear makeup or when you're even going to wear pants, no pants and not pajama pants all day, that's a super awesome thing to have.
Above the shoulders. Anyway. Sorry. TMI.
I love it so much. Okay, so tell me, Kip, what are some of the goals that you have with your freelancing business?
Well, I want to be able to have an abundant income and work just a few hours a week while I travel and explore every place I can think of in the world.
Awesome.
That's my dream, is to work and to travel and work. Travel first and have enough work and abundant income so I can do it, but not be a slave to it. So I can actually enjoy the places I go to and spend time outside and away from the desk.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's actually what I did last night. We took a day and went with the kids and day toured Seattle with the kids. And then after we spent all day riding the monorail and riding the Great Wheel and doing all the super fun Seattle stuff, Pike's Place Market, then I came home and just did my work for a few hours, and it was super awesome because I was able to spend the whole day with the kids. So I totally get you there. It's amazing to be able to do that.
I've been able to do a lot of that being a freelancer over the years, but I haven't had the real freedom to be able to play more and work less.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where MPP comes in.
Yeah, helping you maintain that work-life balance. That's key. So what are some travel places that you're wanting to go see?
Oh, Europe, Middle East, Australia, Asia, New Zealand, Africa, Antarctica, South America, basically everywhere.
If it's a continent, you're on it, right?
That's right. I've been to a lot of places, and some of them I want to go back to, but there's so many places I have not been to that I would love to go to.
That's awesome. That's super exciting. Yeah. Well, MPP and helping you learn how to structure all that is definitely a key to getting to where you want to be. So I'm so happy that you were in this program because it's
Me too.
amazing for that. So tell me a little bit about, since you've been freelancing, I know you said you started a while ago. Was it 93, 94?
Yes, 93. Yes.
Wow. So since you've been freelancing, tell me a little bit about your struggles as a freelancer and how you've overcome them. And then also maybe, like, since you've been in NPP now, how has that affected, your struggles? Like, has it helped you? What ways has it helped you kind of have any breakthroughs to get through some of that?
Well, as with any freelancer, when you get started, you are working with passion, your time, sweat equity, and many times you don't have the money really to go out big. And fortunately, starting back in 1993 was in the infancy of marketing on the internet. And so we were some of the first ones out there. We from 1993 until 2004, we were ranked in Austin as one of the top 10 website designers in Central Texas.
Wow.
When I say we, I'm talking about my late husband and I and our staff. After he passed away, then I had to regroup and figure out how I was going to do business. And so it was a constant case of reinventing myself, looking at how to market, but the more and more people that came on, because you have the situation, and you still do today, where there's a teenager down the street that is designing websites in his bedroom.
Right.
Now, I must admit, I'm the adult down the street that's designing websites in her living room, but that's beside the point. You do have so much competition, and there's still a lot of mystery around the internet. And so sometimes it's a struggle helping business owners understand the difference between the kid down the street and what I have to offer and the intrinsic value, because it's all kind of like weird voodoo magic for them.
Right.
And so a lot of the struggle is helping them understand why I'm worth what I'm worth. And as a result, I was in that commodity mindset where I had to keep my prices low to be competitive, even though what I had to offer was so much more. But I didn't know how to package it. I had no idea how to set myself apart. And when I first saw Mike Shreve's video about the commodity mindset versus being a full-time freelancer, it was like a huge light bulb went off, because I knew I was exactly in that position, and I had been. But and I could see how NPP could help me change my whole approach and the way I saw myself, and then turn around and present, market myself to business owners and entrepreneurs as to how I was different and why I was unique, and why this 25 years of experience ranks me apart. And they can easily see how it sets me apart from sometimes even the professional website designers right here in the same community, not to mention across the web, because they're still marketing themselves as the package. I'll do a website for you and your social media, blah, blah, blah. And what I'm offering is just so much more. It's the whole, because I do offline as well as online marketing, and be able to help them get the best ROI for their marketing dollar. And to be able to guarantee that. And that's huge. That's huge. Really, and I could not, I don't think I would have ever been able to step back and see that picture if it hadn't been for the No Pants Project. I seriously, because I'm not one that's really good on introspection. I'm not one that likes to, delve deep in myself. And the No Pants Project process that's part of the process, is to look into yourself, look and really seriously consider your target audience in a way, target market, in a way that, again, I never thought about and no one really teaches. So there's two sides of that. And so I worked the process, even though it was a little bit of a struggle. I did work the process, and it helped. And I got my superpower a little bit with Mike's help too, through his coaching. So coaching is really important too. So I addressed a lot of different things with that answer, but I hope I answered it, what you said, what you asked.
Yeah. Well, definitely, moving away from that commodity mindset to a value mindset, not how cheap can I give you this product, but how much value can I deliver to help your business grow? Like, that's a big shift. And that's a lot of, like, I know a lot of freelancers have trouble with that, because you do get into, some of the other forums where you're just kind of bidding bottom dollar. And like Mike says, that's pretty much just a race to the bottom. Like, nobody wins in that, because you can't offer your best services when you're working for, below the budget that you need to succeed. You're in stress mindset. You're in like monkey mindset. You're freaking out trying to figure out how to, flip this project over so you can get through the next one,
Yes.
and you can't focus on the business owner. You can't focus on that business and give them value. So we were talking about your superpower and, internet marketing and website design, and you've been doing that since, the early 90s. So you kind of had an idea of what your superpower would be going into the program, right?
I thought I did.
Oh,
Tell
me about that. Yeah.
Well, I'm a very right brain. Well, I'm a right brain and left brain person. I work out both sides of my brain, and I tend to be very methodical and results oriented. And so I was still working in very left brain structured. This is what I know. As far as, the website design, the social media, blah, blah, blah. And so I thought I knew what my superpower was, but actually it's not that I can do these things. My superpower really is that I can bring joy and peace of mind back to the business owner, so that they have the income and they have the life that they want. That is really, and the marketing and all that is just the avenue I take.
Mm-hmm.
My superpower really is helping business owners understand how this can really affect their business and get the most out of the marketing dollar. And I never really, I knew I could do that, but I didn't realize that was a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, totally. And I think, with all the balls in the air that business owners have to juggle today, just be able to give them peace of mind and joy, and know that when they hand a project to you, they don't have to micromanage it. Like, it's done. Like,
Right.
that is a huge superpower. I mean, I'd love to do that too. So whenever I, do stuff and I have to freelance out or have to outsource, like, I love being able to work with people who I know, like, when it's done, and that's it. And I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's huge, Kip. That's huge.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about, what was your confidence like going into the program? I mean, you already had all this experience, 25 years going in. So did you think going in that you were going to learn anything new, or did you think, okay, well, I'm going to take this program and see kind of what it does?
Actually, my confidence going in was high.
Mm-hmm.
I have obviously over 25 years, I have taken many courses, purchased many courses, and I'm talking about from the absolute international experts in internet marketing of one form or another. I mean, these were not slouchy programs. These were like big names. And I've worked with some of these big names one-on-one as well. But so much of it was, I realized after hearing Mike's initial introductory video, that so much of what they were saying was a regurgitation of the same thing I've been struggling with for years. Mm-hmm. Mike had a fresh approach. I could see the potential. So I had a lot of confidence going in that I would reach it. When I hit the part where I had to do the introspection, I was going like, oh, this is painful for me. But I believed what Mike said. I believe the people in the Facebook group to work the process. You got to do it. You got to go through these steps. You can't skip them, or it's not going to work, or it's going to work a little, but not anywhere near as well as it could. So my confidence was high going in that this had the potential of really giving me the level of freedom I was looking for, more than, or not even more, just different than anything else I had taken before. The other things were craft, were trade, were skills, more skills related. Mm-hmm. They weren't the overall business mind, mental attitude that No Pants Project is. They're not teaching you the skills to do your work. No Pants Project is teaching you the mentality to be able to take whatever you're doing, whatever your skills are, to a true freelancer abundance status, I guess you could say, in your business.
Oh, that's so well said. I mean, you're spot on. Because no matter what skill you enter in with MPP, no matter what skill set you bring, whether it's baking or card decorating or marketing or copywriting, whatever that is, you could spend, 25, 30, 50 years kind of commoditizing yourself in that business without knowing there's a whole nother approach to it, that there's a whole nother freedom mindset to that. And so that's huge. That's super amazing, Kip. I'm so glad that you're in that class. You're in the class with me.
I mean, this has really been the answer to many years of prayers and struggles.
Right.
And the thing that's really interesting is I can now also turn around and help other business owners, the ones that I work with, see the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it gives them that bigger picture as well.
Oh, that's so awesome. So tell me about, so now you've gone through MPP, and tell me about, your life before. You were commoditizing yourself, you were trying to compete with the kid down the street, doing all that. What are things looking like for you now that you've been in MPP? How has that influenced and affected your business?
It's very interesting with NPP. For me personally, I feel confident when I meet new people, and they say, well, what do you do? I mean, because I can state my superpower like I did at the beginning of this video, and it's like, really? Can I have your card? I am, just in that one statement, able to not only set myself apart from everyone else, but also touch that emotional button and their emotional need, which is very important, because no matter how you're doing your business, there's an emotional level that needs to be satisfied. And for me to be able to offer that peace of mind, it is a lot. So I feel so much more confident being able to meet people and say what I do, and I don't sound like just another website designer. It also has been very interesting, because whenever I start to work the program, so to speak, on MPP, to start the next stage of the marketing process, I have new projects literally coming from left field that I never saw coming. And so the abundance mindset is real. So even though I have not gained new clients specifically from NPP marketing tools or processes, I have gained them because of NPP putting me in that abundance mindset, and that I would not have had before. Seriously. So I've been able to move into a nicer place. I've been able to take time to help my dad, who is aged and is needing more and more of my time. I've also been able to help my friends recently, as some of the reasons that you and I were delayed. I had a friend that had to be rushed to the hospital. I was the only one available, spent time with her. Then I had to stay at her house and take care of her dog. I mean, under the old situations, I would have been able to do that, but I also would have been working like all night trying to keep up with my deadlines. But I had the flexibility now, because I'm not having to work the 80-hour work week, to adjust based on what's going on in my life. And I'm trying to remember what you were, how things are. It just, and the one thing is, I'm not at the point yet where I'm traveling the way I want to, because I am helping to take care of my aged father. But when he's, bless his heart, when he's gone and I don't have to worry about him anymore, I'm retroing a bus to turn it into an RV. I was thinking about building a tiny house. I don't want to have to deal with a pickup truck. I'm going to retro a bus into they call them schoolies, into an RV.
Yes.
I want it my way. I don't want to inherit someone else's idea, like with an RV of it, what should be in there. And I'm going to be traveling all over the country. I'm going to be traveling all over the world with my MacBook and my backpack and sitting at a cafe in Tuscany to do my work and then go enjoy the area for the rest of the day. I mean, having coffee and a cafe in the morning. And this is the way I'm a real gypsy at heart. And this is and I've lived on the road for off and on for several years, but I really want to take it to the next level and have my home on the road. And this has given me the ability to do that, or this will give me the ability to do that. And so I don't know, did that answer your question? This kind of went off in tangents.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I am so excited for you. Like, air high five. You should totally do that. I love living on the road. It's awesome.
It is.
Yeah. And I think having the space and time, like you were talking about, like having the space and time to really build your business, to get your, your fence policies in, and to kind of build through all that and to start working into the marketing and stuff. I mean, all that is going to have a really amazing effect on your business. And, I know that the program is 0 to freelancing in 90 days. And for some of us, it takes a little longer because we have life setbacks or we have things, that are holding us up, and that's okay. Like, you can totally take a little bit more time or take the time that you need to work through the program. And what I've been amazed, I've been amazed to see that some people are doing that.
Stuck on a couple of things, especially when we're talking about the internal stuff, and that's where the Facebook group is phenomenal. Being able to reach out and realize you're not alone, and that they're there to help you understand and get push past that next thing. And even though I may have worked on just like one question a day or one question every 2 or 3 days, every day I went into the program and just pecked away at it.
Yeah,
it did take me longer. And that's okay, because everybody has to do it at a speed that's going to work for them. The important thing is to do it, to work the process, go in there every day. Even if you just go into the Facebook group and read some of the posts, you got to stay in that NPP mindset, because that's what's going to make the difference.
Right. No, definitely. And I know when I was working through the program and, still finishing up some of the things on my end, like the student group is so amazing, especially like you said, just hitting that internal mindset. It takes, there's 2 weeks that's covered in the program, weeks 1 and 2. And for some people, that's all they need. Like, they got it after 1 and 2, they got the mindset, they're shifting forward, they're ready to go. For some of us though, where that's kind of been ingrained in our brains a little longer, it takes a little longer to break that commodity mindset, but that's okay, because that's what the group is for. And you can go in there and it is the most supportive group ever. I have not ran into a Facebook group before where you can go in and post a question and 15 people respond like, no, you got this, you can do it. It's awesome. It's totally awesome.
It is. And I agree with you. I've never worked with a group before that is so positive, so supportive, and are that give their secrets, that share their secrets, that there's a no feeling of that you have to hold close what and what you've learned, because that you can't share it because someone else will take it and run with it. So what? That's what we do here, is that everyone shares and like I said, gives their secrets so that everyone can be successful. And I've always been a believer that people are not competitors; they're potential partners. And I've never seen it more apparent than in this Facebook group. And also, I've reached out and I have been hired by, and also I have hired some of the NPP Facebook members, because I know they have the right mindset. I know they have the right integrity and values that I'm looking for, just by the way they express themselves in the Facebook group.
Yep. No, same here. I've definitely done the same. And it's so nice because walking into it that you're going to get somebody who is going to help you with your project, who you know, is values based. They're going to make sure that they do a really great job with, you know, working with you, and a really great job for you and your client, you know, if you're outsourcing. So
Yeah.
the transparency is phenomenal, and I'm
Yeah.
so excited for that. So you're excited about your future. You've got some stuff lined up. You're going to be modifying your bus to turn it into a schoolie, which is super cool, and doing a U.S. tour, and then, you know, from there, I guess going intercontinental. Sounds
Yes.
like that's
Yes.
pretty exciting. So tell me about, let's see, let's think about like breakthroughs, specific breakthroughs that maybe you've had. Like you mentioned the commodity mindset. Would you say for you that was the biggest takeaway from this program, is just kind of switching away from the commodity mindset?
Um, well, I mentioned, yes, the commodity mindset. And I also mentioned that now I can talk to anyone about
Confidence.
my unique experience and talents, and it gets their attention and makes me stand out in their mind. I mean, that's real important.
Mm-hmm.
And that is understanding superpower. The
Mm-hmm.
other thing is, I have found that with commitment and working the MPP process, that not only I, but anyone can achieve. They have the tools to create the income and life of their dreams. That is, and that's something that, you know, you get a lot of hype from these other programs, and it just, it, again, it's the same old thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
This is so different. This, you know, getting with the superpower and getting away from the commodity mindset, and that no matter what your skill level, and whatever you do, you have a marketable superpower, and that sets you apart from your competitors. And as Michael said, and this is something I learned a long time ago from another mentor of mine, that no matter where you are in your business, no matter where you are in your skill level, there is always someone who knows more than you, and that's okay. But there are lots of people who know less than you do. So you're going to be the expert to a lot of people. So to never discount yourself as any less marketable than anyone else because you may not know as much as they do. You know what you know, and with MPP you can develop your superpower and you can learn how to market it. So you're attracting the very clients that work with you and that you can choose from. And the other breakthrough, and that brings up another breakthrough, is finally I can choose who I want to work with. I've done that a lot over the years, but still there comes a time when you got to pay the bills. And so I end up picking up jobs that, as my late husband would call them, black holes, that I bid a fair price, but they're so difficult to work with that I end up working for pennies, well, not pennies, yeah, pennies on the dollar sometimes, because it takes so long to get through the process. It's like pulling teeth. And that's one of the beauties about this, is that I'm finally able to, and anyone else can, set ourselves apart, so we truly can choose who we want to work with, that we set the rules. The client doesn't set the rules. And that is so important, is to be able to work strictly with the people who are going to work with you at the price that you want and within the parameters that are going to make your life and your job a joy to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. And not only because you're in a space where you're joyful and you're feeling fulfilled, but that passes through your work.
Oh,
So
yes.
even though, you know, you are kind of helping to create those terms or to dictate those terms and kind of choose who you want to work with, the benefit to the client is that you're going to deliver superior work because you're not crunched for time. You're not spinning stuff out last minute. You're not, you know, under this pressure. So you can actually deliver the work that they want. Like, they want really great work, and they don't want to have to go through 2 or 3 freelancers or 2 or 3 companies to get it. They don't want to have to do that. So by being able to enter that new mindset and to kind of work with clients who are going to value you, you're going to be able to deliver the product that they need, which is, you know, pretty key. So tell me, Kip, I know we were kind of wrapping up, and I know you've got some cupcakes and some kind of party and stuff going on. So tell me about what would you say to maybe someone who is considering MPP? They're considering, they've watched the video, they maybe watched the webinar, they've taken a look at the, the Facebook page for the No Pants Project, but they haven't really made a decision yet. What would you say to them?
I would say do it. Just jump in and do it, because with this process, you can have the income and the life of your dreams the fastest way possible. And remember, I have 25 years of experience doing this. I have 25 years of purchasing programs, going through a lot of different training on how to build my business, and nothing has given a true results that this does. You see so many things out there that are the hype and say, be a millionaire in 6 months or something like that. You've got to work the process on this. It is, you've got to invest the time. You got to do the work. Don't second guess, don't skip parts, and don't get the I know better type of attitude, because you don't. You've got to work the process, and it does create success when you take the time to do it right. There are no gimmicks. It's just good, solid business building guidance, and to take away all the risk. It's guaranteed. MPP is guaranteed, the No Pants Project. So what have you got to lose? And if you really want to make a difference in your business, then you have to borrow from your folks, or borrow from a friend, or hit your 401k, or whatever you have, sell that old car, get the course, because it will turn your business around if you do the work. And it's not hard work. It's not hard work at all. And Michael is what's wonderful. He takes you step by step through the process. There's no guessing. You know exactly what you need to do. If you get stuck, you've got the Facebook group to rely on, to reach out to, and you are helped and coached every step of the way. And just do it, and it will make a difference. It will make the difference. If you do the work, you will be able to create the income and life of your dreams.
Yep. I know for me, it's made such a huge difference.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
I know.
I haven't even applied all of it yet, because I go to apply it, and then work shows up. So
right?
It's like, okay, I'm not going to say no.
I know. It's kind of funny. Like, as you work through the program and you work through the models and you apply this little bit of information here, or this piece of wisdom here, and you apply that, and then all of a sudden there's work, and then you're like, okay, well, I got to pause for it. I got to get through this client work, and then you kind of, but you're applying all these new foundational skills to this client's project, which is amazing. So then, of course, they're going to refer you, and then you get more. And so it's kind of cyclical. So that's why for some of us, it takes a little longer to get all the way through.
That's right. And that's okay, because, it's, you have to trust the timing, that things are happening at the right time for you.
Right.
You got to trust the timing, but you can't do it until you get started. And so that's why I say do it. And if there's nothing more to say, just do it. I mean,
that's a good takeaway. I would definitely say the same. I've told others the same. So Kip, do you have any other parting words of wisdom for us? Any words from the Kip Piper wellspring of fun information and things that we should know?
I think, like I said, when you work the process as described, it does create success in some form or another, and it's different for everybody. And work the process, engage with the Facebook group, become part of that community. And the tools are there. It's up to you, but the tools are there so you can create the success that you want.
That's awesome.
Those are my suggestions.
Well, Kip, I know you've got some amazing cupcakes to bake. Tell me a little bit. You're doing a cupcake party. Is that it?
We're having a royal wedding watch party tomorrow. And I'm making the cupcakes based on the recipe of the wedding cake. They're lemon elderflower cupcakes with a lemon buttercream icing. And then some friends of mine who are English are making authentic English scones, which are not sweet, by the way. You add the Devon clotted cream and then the strawberry preserves for the sweetness and the richness. And then my friend who's hosting the party is doing the tea and the little tea sandwiches and is getting chocolate truffles and got some other cookies, some cookies to add to the party. And we're recording everything, so we're not doing it until 11 o'clock our time tomorrow. So we'll watch the recording of the wedding. But so I'm not sure if we're going to actually be wearing fascinators, but but it's going to be fun just to get together and eat good food and have good company.
Well, if I happen to pass through your way and we make our way down the east coast of Virginia, I might have to stop by your house for muffins and cupcakes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Scones and
cupcakes. Got it.
Yes. It's going to be a lot of fun. And these are friends of mine that we do things like this all the time. We're just a crazy crew.
I love
it. It's great.
And I love that you're getting to take time on a Friday when everybody else is busy to make cupcakes.
I'm making cupcakes today.
Yeah. There you go. Well, Kip, hey, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a blast at your English wedding party.
Royal Wedding Watch Party.
Royal Wedding Watch Party. Watch party. I'll get it.
We're watching the royal wedding, so it's a royal wedding watch party. At least that's what they're saying out there in the TV universe. They're calling them royal wedding watch parties.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a ton of fun at your royal wedding watch party. Try saying that 3 times fast. It is a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for inviting me. And this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, so much. And I'll see you in the group. I hope you have fun. Have a great afternoon.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.